You see Zion down low, then you see Barrett outside. They were incredibly efficient from the floor. Zion, if he does that with regularity, forget it. You see they're the third and fourth players under Coach K to score 10-plus points in the first 20 games of their careers. They're leading comfortably throughout. Here it's Prentice Hubb, the freshman. Is that off the window? Should have been goaltending? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe sometimes the referees get caught watching too. But it's a block for Zion, who was just preposterous from the floor again. 10 of 12. Just too big, too strong. I'll take that. Then through the contact, 1, 2, and 3 the hard way. 26, 9, and 4. Barrett had 17 and 9. K on his freshman class.
They just want to win, and they're really happy for one another. And it's quite obvious that Zion makes spectacular plays on both ends of the court. Sometimes his defense is overshadowed by some of the dunks he has, but they want him to be good, and he wants the other guys to be good. RJ's been a warrior for us, and then late in the game we went to Cam a little bit more, and our guys said, oh boy, if we can get Cam off. They're in it. They're in it for the 4 letters on the front of their jerseys. There's no question.
Jay, you and I visited after Duke's very first game of the year against Kentucky, which really in many ways remains sort of their gold standard performance of the year. But as we flip the calendar and look towards February, and we've seen who they are and established the identity of what this team is, what is Duke's identity in the grand scheme of college basketball with this team this year?
I think Duke is an excellent defensive team and a fabulous transition team. And everything starts with Trey Jones and his ability to put pressure on the ball, which allows those long and athletic wings and those big guys to get out in passing lanes and block shots. When they get out in transition, they put a lot of pressure on the opposing transition defense. Scotty, the only way that I can see that you can beat Duke is you have got to pack it in and make them prove it over the top.
Zion is so efficient. It looks so easy. We know how hard he works to make it look easy. 10 of 12 in this game. How much, Jay, do you think of what he does and how he does it at this level will translate apples to apples to the NBA?
I think it will all translate. Now, he's going to have some bigger bodies that he's going to have to finish over, and it'll be more of a fair physical fight. But his lateral quickness and explosiveness, it's not just he's explosive off the floor. He's quick and explosive off the floor. And he's not just explosive vertically, he's explosive laterally. And he made some moves in every game, but against Notre Dame, he dribbles to his right, spins back to his left, and he's just gone. I mean, it's so quick and fast. He's a remarkable athlete and a remarkable player. And he's not. It shortchanged him to say he's a remarkable athlete because he's skilled. He can handle it. He can rip and go with a rebound and bring it up himself, and he's an excellent passer. And those blocked shots, you think you're by him, and he comes and takes it out of your hands from behind. Just a tremendous basketball player. Yeah, and if he ever shoots it, Scotty, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you didn't mention the block shots, I was going to, because that's part that's just, it's a joke. The erases that he can make a mistake of his or somebody else's. It's just a treat to watch. And hey, listen, I want you to get out of there before Digger tries to convince you to live in an igloo or something. I don't want you frozen to the ground in South Bend. Get out of Dodge while you can, brother. Thanks for sticking around.
Thank you.
All right, Super Tuesday on ESPN. Number 9, Kansas takes on Texas and Austin, 7 Eastern. Then 8th-ranked Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Vandy nearly pulled off the upset of Tennessee last week. Then they went on the road, got thumped over the weekend. Both games live on the ESPN app, so you can watch anywhere. I give the Patriots and their fans the nod. 9 Super Bowls later, they still have the same level of passion they did when the journey began. It's hard to maintain that energy over the course of a couple of decades, but they feel they've been wronged by the league, what with the inflation of footballs and such. And this year, they've drawn inspiration from being doubted. As I've maintained all along, it was reasonable to ask about them being more vulnerable than they'd looked in years past, because they looked more vulnerable at times, but they always seem to find that gear. And as their quarterback would like to remind you, they're still here.
We're still here! 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 All right. Oh, yeah.
All right. The Rams cornerback, Nikel Roby-Coleman, who said age has taken a toll on Brady, would like to walk that back or at least let you know what else he said.
Well, I think everybody just made a big deal out of the situation. You know, Tom Brady's a great quarterback. I wasn't trying to say nothing bad about him. I respect him as the GOAT. He is the legend, and I think words just got misconstrued and got taken out of context.
Yeah, I don't know much to add. We have a great understanding of one another, and you know, I certainly couldn't be the head coach of the team, and you know, he couldn't play quarterback, and we do our jobs the best we know how. And I know he has a lot of confidence in me. Obviously, I have all the confidence in the world in him, and it's been a great relationship for me. And you know, he's taught me so much about leadership, how to be a leader for the team, and he's been so consistent, and his goal is winning, and that's what mine is.
Our relationship, you know, it's exactly what he said. It's like a brotherly love. You know, he makes me warm and tingly inside.
You know, he's a great player. You know, he's an incredible player, and just his longevity is so remarkable. Credit to his dedication, you know, concentration and everything, and it's really fun playing with him.
One of the best competitors of all time, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, if not the greatest, and they've got great players around them. They've got one of the greatest coaches of all time, and the Patriots are the real deal.
Tom's, I mean, obviously going to go down as, you know, the best ever, if not one of, you know, top two, top three. I think, you know, in my opinion, the best ever, and the guy that I had looked up to throughout my whole childhood, and a guy that I, you know, still respect so greatly, and it'll be fun.
How many Super Bowls he won? How many he been to? Well, he's pretty damn good. He's pretty good, man. He's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. The one thing he's not done is win a Super Bowl as a 40-something. Of course, he's only had the one shot at it. Now he gets his second shot, 40 and now 41. No other quarterback's done it either. The only one to ever start in a game, he did that last year. The oldest to start and win the game was Peyton Manning, and that was 3 years ago. The Red Sox, they won it. If the Patriots win it, then the Celtics and the Bees, you guys will be on the clock here. And when the game started in Boston Monday, Celtics were closer to the 6th place Brooklyn Nets than they were to first place. 5.5 out of first, only 3.5 ahead of the Nets. I do have a sweet tooth for Brooklyn, admittedly. I'm pro-Nets because they don't make any sense to me. I don't really get why they're as good as they are, but they are. And Boston, I don't get why they aren't better. Maybe they're going to put their foot on the gas here as we get towards February, then March.